And we are live. It is the Me and My Wife podcast. I am me, Mike Calta, radio superstar. This is my wife, Amanda Calta.
Hello.
Licensed therapist, and we do a podcast together. And we are live at our first. This is a gig. We're at our gig.
This is absolutely bizarre.
Yes.
For me right now.
And we are live at a place called the Mahaffey Theater in downtown St. Petersburg in Florida, where we live. And this is a thing called Winter Seltzerland. It is brought to you by a seltzer called Neutral, N-U-T-R-L. Mm-hmm. And I guess there is over 80 different types of seltzer here on the premises, and you can come here and try them all out. There's people walking around. I like to say it's like a goddamn winter wonderland in here.
That's
how I demand to have the studio decorated for the holidays. I don't know about you, but I hate Halloween.
It's not my favorite. I don't love it.
I'm not the guy that's like, ooh, I don't like blood and guts. I don't like horror movies. I know you're thinking, you're so masculine and manly. How could you be afraid? I'm very afraid of horror movies. I don't like Friday the 13th. I don't like anything that's going to be with me at night. I mean, I'm not a huge pussy, but I don't like that stuff. It doesn't do anything for me. All right.
I don't like that stuff. Well, no, I take it back. I do like supernatural stuff.
Supernatural is one thing.
And I like bloody murders, but they have to be real.
You like more like 48 Hours.
True crime. Dateline.
Kind of stuff.
All that kind of stuff. I don't like just a guy with his eyeballs hanging out for no reason.
No. Yeah.
If his wife pulled them out, I'd be like, I'm interested in the story.
Understand.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is our ninth episode of this podcast. We usually do it on Monday or Tuesday, and we decided to do it out here live at this event. And we're going to be joined in a couple of minutes by Teresa and Gia Giudices. Teresa is
nervous.
On The Real Housewives of New Jersey. She is probably, I would say, the breakout star of The Real Housewives.
Oh, agree.
Of all of them, right? Definitely of New Jersey. Well, I mean, there's been others. I'm not. I was joking about being manly before because I'm about as close to a woman as possible. I love the Real Housewives show. I'm an old school OG Real Housewives of Orange County. First episode, loved all those bitches, and that's before they were really hot, and that was when they just got regular rich bitch wives.
They were always hot. I think.
Man, come on. Think about the Housewives of Orange County, not New Jersey.
Yes, but I think, maybe if they weren't hot at the moment, they were previously hot.
At some point, somebody thought they were hot.
It's like a hot girl.
They were trying to extend their warranty, if you will.
But I think once a hot girl, always a hot girl.
No, see, that's where your girls are mistaken.
Oh.
I mean, let's just be honest. You know, there's exceptions. There's exceptions to that. Sometimes hot girls stay hot their whole life, and they age gracefully, and they become hot old women. Like,
hot
who
ladies.
I think is a hot old woman is Elon Musk's mother, May.
I don't know who that is.
She is a model.
May Musk?
May Musk. She is a model, and she is beautiful. But she's like, 80 years old or 70-something years old, and she's got gray hair, and it's short and all that. But she carries herself. You know who I absolutely love and think is super hot is Meryl Streep.
B. Arthur.
I don't love B. Arthur, but I would totally have banged Rue McClanahan back in the day. I had Rue McClanahan on my radio show, and I was leaving for New York the next day, and she was starring in a play on Broadway, and I tried so hard to flirt with Rue McClanahan. And
Were we married?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to bang her if she would have been like, but I was hoping to God she was a lot like her character, the slutty golden girl.
Yeah.
And she would have been like, well, if you're going to be in New York and I'm on stage doing this, because I think she was doing Wicked at the time, I would have loved to have put that. Can you imagine? You know what? I thought the other day that would be interesting for the radio.
Yeah.
Would be, I know girls who have slept with famous guys.
Right.
And some have had relationships with them, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the girls.
Just like one night stand.
One night stands.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of girls who slept with Bon Jovi or Bon Jovi related people.
Bon Jovi the band
Bon
or
Jovi,
John Bon Jovi?
I know at least two girls that for 100% sure slept with John Bon Jovi. And I'd like to be like, don't be a cockblocker, the guy's married. But he said recently in an interview when they were talking about the anniversary of the band and the longevity and his marriage, he said, what is the key to your marriage lasting so long? And he said his wife forgives his indiscretion. So I'd imagine,
but I have questions.
So he even said the words, they said indiscretions. He said, yes, I'm John Bon Jovi. I'm traveling 7 continents. and women are throwing themselves at me.
I get it. However, is it I'm shady and then she forgives later, or is it we kind of have this precedent set that this is going to happen and maybe we don't talk about it?
I think it's one of those things you don't talk about. He loves her, and there's no doubt that he loves her. He, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, said his greatest motivation is getting up and making her tea every day. Like, he really loves his wife.
You never, ever make me tea.
I would not bring you tea.
You barely will pour me a Snapple.
No, but I got to be honest with you. You are great at bringing me beverages and snacks.
And cheese.
There's something about, I was saying this the other day, we don't have that. We got a great relationship, but we don't have that that real, like, lovey-dovey relationship. And No, I mean, like, that, like, we're not, like, super gay for each other. You know what I mean? But I do have to say that I am very capable of cooking my own food and making my own sandwiches and doing all those things. But there's something about when you make a sandwich that it's better. It's a better sandwich. And
I put love in it.
It's something like that. Like, it's a little bit of, it's like when your mom, although I don't really have that feeling because my mom never really, like, made me sandwiches and stuff. But if my mom, you know, that comfort that your mother gives you or your grandmother gives you, that's kind of what it's like when you make the sandwich. I want it.
Because it's made with love. That's what it is. Because I use the same ingredients that we have in our joint refrigerator.
That's true. So back to Bon Jovi banging broads.
Right.
So do you think you can do that? Do you think you could be married to somebody and just know that, okay, so I'm not talking about like on a Friday night and if you lived in Jersey and this guy goes to Trenton to do a gig and you got to think that he's banging somebody. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about he's on tour and he's in Japan for a month or he's in Asia for 3 months or Australia for a month. And you got to imagine that these people are selling out stadiums to see him so that there's going to be girls throwing themselves at him.
So what is your question to me? That do I accept it? Do I allow it?
Could you accept that if you were in fact married to a guy of that caliber? Like, keep in mind, they've been together since high school, but they didn't get married till he was famous.
Right. So I think that maybe I could.
You really? Let's talk about this.
But
no,
first
this
of all,
is good.
This isn't like you're not John Bon Jovi.
No, but believe me, I'm saying if we could do it on a different level, if like a local level, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it on a local level, but I think.
If you were married to a guy whose job is on the road and he's out there touring like that, and he's banging girls in Australia and he's banging girls in Europe and all that, but he'll never see them again, he'll never talk to them again, and he's not sharing feelings with them. It's just sex. It's after concert, sweaty ball sex, and you don't talk about it. Do you think you could just let it go?
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
I don't necessarily even want to know about it. Like maybe
Some women get off on that. Some women want to know about it, but they like the idea that everybody wants their husband, but they got him.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that's like. So I can't really speak on that.
Yeah, all right.
But I will say that I wouldn't want to talk about it. I wouldn't want to know about it. You need to be careful, right? I don't want pictures all over, TMZ, John Bon Jovi's wife is such an idiot.
But is it better to say, I'm not an idiot, we just have a relationship that's none of your business?
No, it's better for you to be careful and don't be on TMZ.
You can't be careful anymore. John was doing it mostly in the pre-internet days.
Yeah, but what about, wasn't he hooking up with that country singer?
Well, you're putting his business out there now. I don't want to be a part of this lawsuit. The idea was that he had had a relationship with Jennifer Nettles from...
That was the rumor.
That was the rumor, and kind of confirmed.
And then didn't she maybe, I don't know, she wrote a song about it?
She caught feelings.
Yeah.
And
Did you just try to be cool?
What?
She caught feelings?
Oh, I know what the kids say. I know the lingo.
She was catching feelings.
She caught some feelings.
Right.
And then she made another song, and in that song, she breaks down and cries in the video.
Right.
Supposedly it's a song about John.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have played with fire. She wanted something she couldn't have.
But you know what? John Bon Jovi just has coffee breath, and he's very tiny.
We did. We met John in like a...
On the beach. He was doing like a beach concert in Miami.
He was doing a Today Show concert, and they were doing a live performance on the beach in Miami, and you and I went there. Was that the whole band, or was it just John?
No, it was just him.
It was just John, right? And we went out there, and then we hung out with John for a little bit afterwards, and that was the takeaway that we had was he was short, and he had coffee breath because he was drinking Starbucks.
Not just short though, like he was petite.
Yeah.
Like I felt like he could sit on my lap.
Yeah. Girls, you don't like that. I know.
No, I don't.
I know that's part of the reason why you're attracted to me is because I'm a big guy, and you like to feel protected.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I've protected you over the years.
I think that you've put me in danger more than you've protected me.
Just on the way here.
On the way here, I almost died 3 times.
That's not true. We hit a little traffic, and there was a kerfuffle between me and the car next to me. On my side of the car. And I said, I'm not going to have road rage. I don't care. I don't get angry at things like that. It doesn't bother me. And she said, yeah, but I'm on that side of the car that's next to the other car. And I thought,
you have passive-aggressive road rage.
I don't. Here's my problem. I'll tell you. I am Sicilian. I'm 100% Sicilian, and I blame that because I don't need to fight you, and I don't need to show I'm tough or anything like that. But I do need to let you know that I'm annoyed or understand your process. Like the other day, we had an incident with a guy, and I rolled down my window casually.
Almost killing me.
No.
That's
I rolled down my window casually.
1 week.
I leaned in, and I said, let me just ask why you're mad at me, because he was giving me the finger, and I didn't know what I had done to make him so angry.
And did he have a gun?
He did have a gun.
Yeah.
He had
and then
a gun.
We pulled up alongside of him.
Okay, so he was tapping the gun against his forehead.
Right, which is a totally normal, not psychotic thing to do in traffic.
Amanda, as a longtime gun enthusiast, the guys who take out their guns are the ones who aren't going to use them. The guys who are tapping them against their head.
But let's not test your theories.
That guy was letting me know that I have a gun. And if you're going to get out of the car and you're going to come at me, I'm going to shoot you. And we were all safe from that because that wasn't happening. Also, keep in mind, I have a gun too.
I don't want to be in a shootout. Listen, if you want to pull up on him with your guns and, catch feelings or whatever you want to do, that's fine. But don't do it when I'm in the car.
Listen, if I can't show up in front of my wife, who can I show up in front of?
It's not showing off.
I'm kidding. I'm not showing up. But listen to me.
A panic attack.
I did settle that situation. I thought I diffused that situation very well.
That was it was absurd.
Why?
Because he's tapping a gun on his head. You roll the window down, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on? Why'd you give me the finger?" And he's like, "I'm just having a bad day."
I didn't even say it like that. I said it so nice, and he said, "I'm having a bad day."
And then you said, "Can I cut in front of you?"
Yeah, and I said, "No, I didn't say can I." I said, "I'm going in front of you." I'm going in front of you. So, all right, we are live, and joining us right now are the very lovely Giudices ladies, Teresa and Gia. Let me give them a second to get their headphones on.
I just got so ugly.
No, stop it.
I feel like
You smell wonderful.
I feel like a dirt bag now.
Give the ladies a second to get their headphones on and get their microphones. How are you guys doing?
They don't have headphones on yet.
Relax. We are live at Winter Seltzerland, and Teresa and Gia are here with us now. You got microphones there? Grab those right next to you. Can you hear? A little rough. How are you ladies doing?
Good.
Hear that microphone.
Good. Yes. How are you?
Good. I felt really confident about myself until you guys sat down next to me, and now I feel like a pile of shit.
Oh my God! No, why?
Why would you say that?
Because you're gorgeous.
So are you.
Thank you.
Do you feel like that now that you have that pressure that every goddamn time you go out of the house you have to look like a 10?
Yeah.
No, we look like 2 sometimes.
No, I don't.
I'm myself.
Yeah.
I take Adriana to school in the morning with my pajamas on.
Same.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
that should never stop.
Let's give you a little background. We're very similar. You're both Jersey broads who married fat Italian guys.
Yeah.
So
No, my first husband was Italian.
Yeah.
My second is Spanish.
Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Latino.
Don't get any ideas. Don't
Is
say
that
it
what
like
we
that.
do? We
Don't
get
say it
rid
like
of
you were
the
enticed by that
Italian,
idea.
we move on?
Now, what is the connection to Tampa? You going to school here?
No, my younger sister.
Get right up on the mic so I can hear you.
My younger sister goes to
Oh, your
Tampa.
sister. Okay, and how do they like it down here? Do you come down here a lot now? 'Cause
This is my first time in Tampa, but she loves it.
Yeah.
I've been here a few times. And my brother-in-law lives in St. Pete.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got that.
Louis' brother lives here.
Okay.
Yeah, David. Yeah.
Don't look at her like you think I don't know about the Real Housewives.
Okay.
I'm this far
He
from
does.
being a lady.
All right. Well, then you should know that my brother-in-law lives in St. Pete's.
I was just explaining this earlier. I'm old school. I started with Orange County.
We were
Okay,
early.
yes.
But you got to admit, there's a huge difference between Jersey and Orange County. Like, they just grabbed a bunch of rich old broads in the first all right, and then all of a sudden they were like, hey, it'd be a lot better if we get some good looking chicks in this big, and then they've upgraded as the season's gone on. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to comment.
They got real women.
Can I ask you a serious
Jersey
question?
women are real women.
Scotty, the guy you were down
Yes.
there, he's gay, right?
I don't know.
You don't have that Bravo gaydar that you can just
Yeah,
tell
I
that
don't
sort of
know.
thing?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know either. I'm gonna try to
Good
kiss him.
answer.
And see how it goes.
Good answer.
I keep trying to convince him he's gay, but he says he's not.
I think he's just nice.
So, what are your plans for the holidays? What do you guys do?
I'm having Christmas Eve.
Now, do you no more seven fishes for you because you got the Spanish
yeah,
guy?
we make all fish. Yeah, we do.
All
We
right.
carry the Italian tradition for the holidays.
Yes.
We have to.
His
Yeah.
family does too.
We have an interesting dynamic. Jew. So
True.
we have Christmas Eve at my house with the guineas, and then we have Jews for Christmas
Jewish
Day, which is
Christmas.
kind of a
I
little
We
love
weird.
don't do
that. I
Hanukkah.
love
We do
that.
Christmas though.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So everybody comes to your house?
Yeah, I have Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, Louis and I chill, and the kids, they go to their boyfriends' houses, and they go to their father's house, their father's family's house.
Nice.
Is he in Jersey?
My dad?
Yeah.
No, my dad lives in the Bahamas.
Oh.
His family, they go to see his family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're with my dad's side on Christmas Day, but I'm leaving for Bahamas tomorrow from here to go see my dad before Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So they're all going, all four of them.
Yeah, you watch. My dad got deported.
Yeah, listen, I get it. I know. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about when I'm not allowed to talk about.
We're very careful.
They gave me a list, and I was like, all right, I'll be
it's
good.
fine.
good.
No,
Everybody
that's like, you know.
And everybody should go see him. He's fighting in the Bahamas.
Yes.
February 7th.
8th.
Fighting?
February 8th, yeah.
Yeah,
How is he in great shape?
Celebrity boxing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
really?
to say,
Okay.
my
Yeah.
dad, my parents are both very in shape.
Oh, listen,
but
we spent a lot
That
of
goes
time.
without saying.
Yeah.
I do a morning radio show here in Tampa, and we spent a lot of time when we knew you were coming on the show talking about you because
And what were you saying?
how the shape that you got in when you were doing the fitness model stuff.
Yeah, it was crazy.
How old are you when you did that?
I think I was 44 or
That-
45.
I mean, that's so
Yeah.
much harder to do. I mean, she's the lunatic on the Peloton and the trainers and all that stuff.
Not that
but I
level.
mean, you were in show level. I mean, that
I
was
always
something
wanted
else.
to do that, and that was something that I wanted to always do. And now I got it. It's off my bucket list.
Yeah.
Really? What else do you want to do?
I know my ex didn't want me to do it because I had to wear a thong on stage. And then
Aw.
after he left, I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Way to
if
be
you
a
got it, you
cock
got to
blocker.
show it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then-
So I would imagine that was done. What else? What else on the bucket list that you like?
I mean, you know, I'm looking forward to 2025 to
Yeah.
see what other doors open.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
we got to
good.
drop an
Yes.
album maybe.
No, that's Gia could do that.
Album, hell no. Maybe we'll do a Waking Up in the Morning remix.
Okay. Okay.
Do you? What were you doing? If I can ask you this, before Real Housewives, like where did you find out about a casting call, or did somebody have an
No.
agent or something?
Well, before I went to school for fashion, marketing,
Right.
and management, and so I went to Berkeley College, and I was in the industry. I worked for Macy's. I was associate assistant buyer, then I got promoted to associate buyer.
My aunt did that. She
Yeah,
worked for
I
Macy's
worked in Herald
a long
Square,
time ago.
right on 34th Street, and then I went on the other side, and then I was selling to all the department stores. I worked for 9 West and Calvin Klein handbags.
Oh my God.
And then I was selling to Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Dillard's, all
Yeah.
that. So then after that, I worked till a week before I gave birth to Gia.
right.
And then, because I was commuting back and forth to the city.
Oh my God.
And after I gave birth to Gia, I couldn't leave her beautiful face with a
Also,
stranger.
9/11 happened.
Oh,
So
so
that
we-
happened 8 months later.
Yeah, and
When
then
you-
Dad didn't want you to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
was
then anyway,
terrifying.
I couldn't leave her.
Right,
Like I didn't
right.
want to leave her with a stranger. And then my mom just had started working. My mom never worked in her life. But then after my brother and I got married, she wanted to work.
Yeah.
Got her out of the house.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I only would leave her with my mom. I just
Same,
stayed
I
home.
know.
I stayed home till you were what, 7 or 8?
Yeah, she started the show when I was
I think
8.
Yeah.
I think I was 8.
So when she was 8 years old, they went to these producers went to this salon in Franklin Lakes. That was like a half hour from
To
where I
look
lived.
for
Yeah.
what they were looking
And
for.
they were asking for beautiful women with beautiful houses. So the owner of the salon recommended Dina and Jacqueline at the time.
Yeah.
And then Dina recommended me. So that's how it. And then they interviewed us. I mean, that was it. And that's how it happened.
But
But
that's
I didn't
nice.
sign the contract for 11 and a half months.
Why were you deciding whether or not you want
I
to do
didn't
it?
know what I was getting myself into. I was
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
is this? Everybody else signed the contract right away. It took me 11 and a half months to sign it.
How
don't blame
how
you.
intrusive was it on your life as far as like
Very
how was it on your life? Yeah.
Incredibly intrusive.
Probably, I mean, probably way worse for you. Well, you were only 8 at the time, so.
I mean, it wasn't really bad when I was 8. I think like when things like got hard, it was when our legal stuff happened.
Right.
So that was like so intrusive on our life. Like there was literally paparazzi like at the end of our
house.
driveway, like for 2 weeks leading up to my parents going away, 2 weeks after they were away when they were coming home. Like it was just madness.
How traumatic
like,
for you.
I mean, honestly, now we like kind of laugh about it. It's kind of like in the past.
Right.
But you came out great on the other side.
Yeah,
so.
like thank
Right.
God, like all my
I mean-
sisters and I are amazing. Like we really
Yeah.
didn't let the situation like break us down.
Yeah.
And we look at it as a positive now. Like we go visit our dad in the Bahamas. My mom found love again. Like, you know, everything is like on the up instead of thinking that like what could have happened, because you could always talk about like what we could have changed
Sure.
in the past. But
Let me ask
that's
you before
not
I
going to
forget.
change now.
Right.
Who's your dad fighting?
He's fighting Ojan. It's J-Lo's first husband.
Oh, I know
Oh.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he'll kill him.
Wow.
I literally just keep telling him I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be at the fight. I'm gonna be supporting him. I think I might even be doing some like promos for it.
Okay.
But he's been walking on the track, so I think he knows he's got to start getting his cardio in, because you know Italians, they like to lift the weights, but they don't want to do the cardio.
Yeah.
So he's been starting to walk the track now, and I'm like, Dad, I'm getting there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like we are running.
Whipping
He
him
won't
into
run,
shape.
All right.
but he's excited. I think. Listen, my dad's strong as hell. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna.
He's a black belt too.
Oh,
Yeah.
is he really? Oh, no wonder why he's taking it easy.
I think
Yeah.
he's gonna be great. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna do amazing. I keep telling him, you can't embarrass us.
I know, right?
You gotta do
I know.
what you
The
gotta
guy's
do.
still
Yeah.
screwing you over if he gets his ass kicked. Now, I would think that you'd be really hard to approach now with the fame and being single. How does the new guy? How did he get your attention?
We were walking.
Well, say how like people were like nervous to also come up to you.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like
Of course.
like guys just don't come up to me. They're very
You
intimidating.
give off a vibe. Like,
What
like,
vibe?
like I feel like if I saw
He's
you at a
not
bar,
good
like,
enough.
she ain't talking to me. Yeah. Like I know what level I'd have to be at to try and talk to you. So good. So you're walking. Where?
Yeah,
where-
no, I was walking at the Jersey Shore
Yeah.
with my 2 girlfriends, just walking, like exercising. And he was leaving a shore house that he rented for the first time at the Jersey Shore. He was never at the Jersey Shore.
Right.
So he was leaving.
Where are we
he was-
talking? Like Point Pleasant area?
No,
or-
Ortley,
Like
Lavalette,
Ortley,
Lavalette,
right
yeah.
there. So on that main strip. So
Yeah.
he was like leaving.
Like on 35.
Okay.
Yeah,
on
so he was
35.
packing his short house to go back home, and I was walking by with my 2 friends, and I was pointing at his car, like I had the same. I just got rid of that car,
Right.
and then he thought I waved at him, so he waved. So my friend's like, "Oh my God, he's waving." She's like, she's married, sweet friend, and me and my other friend were single. She's like, my married friend's like, "I'm gonna go talk to him." So she went to go talk to him.
They always have the guts to go approach
Yeah.
people.
Well, because they're like,
"Ah."
I'm fine, I'm
Yeah.
married.
Exactly.
She's married, exactly.
Exactly.
So she was trying to go to talk to him for me. So she's like, I'm gonna go talk to him, or one of us, you know. And then she went to go talk to him. So she was talking to him. So I said to my other friend, well, let's just go say hi. We can't
Yeah.
leave her by herself. So we went out there. We said hi. We introduced ourselves, and that was it. We walked away, and his Louis was there with his son.
Okay.
So and then I guess his son said, Dad, why didn't you ask Teresa for her number?
Oh, so he recognized
Yeah.
you. He knew when
Well,
he came over, or he
his-
just.
Louis didn't know who I was, but his son knew
Son
who I
did.
was.
Yeah.
So then he comes driving up. Then we kept walking. Then he comes driving up with the car, and he comes up to us and he goes, my son." He's like, "My son wanted to know why I didn't ask for your number." No. Or he said, "My son?" Or no, I think he said, "Can I have your phone number?" My son
Right.
wanted to know why I didn't
Right,
ask
I
for
let
your
it go.
phone
Yeah.
number. And then I was embarrassed because he was like his son and his girlfriend were right there in the back seat. So he gave me his business card. So I said, I have your business card. I'll text you. And then as soon as he left, my married friend took my phone.
Of course.
And texted him. Yeah. And
That's
that was
awesome.
it. And
About
then
right.
we talked that whole night, all night long. The next night, I met him
love
on
it.
a Friday, and then he came down on a Monday morning, and we went for a walk because it was during COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, she couldn't do
So we
anything.
went. Our first 2
Yeah,
dates
so no
were
dates.
walking,
Of course.
and then our third date, he took me out to dinner.
Wow.
Do you love how that in this day and age where everything's online and everybody's meeting on apps that it was organic? It was like the universe
Yeah.
just kind of put it together
No,
for
it really
you.
did. And I lost my dad 3 months before that. And I asked, I swear, on that street, I swear, guys, I asked my dad to send me like a great guy.
Oh my
my
gosh.
dad in my mind, like I looked up in the sky and I'm like, you know, in Italian, I said, Ma, Papa, send me a great guy that you've ever wanted. And I met Louis on that same street.
That's
Unreal.
awesome.
I
That's
swear.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. I gotta tell you, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, and I'm glad you came here, and I'm glad you
Thank
have ties
you.
to this area. Obviously, there's a lot of people
Yeah,
that
my
want to meet
brother-in-law lives in this town. Isn't that crazy?
you. What does he do here?
Yeah. Side note, my mom repeats herself.
No, I
You
said
that
no,
they-
No, I know, yeah.
No, I was saying,
What does he
like,
do?
I have short-term memory loss.
Advertising.
We probably have crossed paths. I'm in the radio business.
No,
with you,
because
so-
he's saying that, like, if you're, I'm glad it brings you here. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what a coincidence is that my brother-in-law lives here too.
So do you
good.
think
And my
that
daughter goes to school here.
Yeah.
Which you guys know.
any possibility of becoming a snowbird in the future?
I
Maybe
want to
having
come a
place?
snowbird, but I don't know what part of Florida.
yeah.
I recommend Tampa.
Yeah,
It's very
We
nice.
have to explore.
We
Yeah.
have pretty beaches, clear water.
Yeah, I
Hey,
heard.
when they start looking for the crazy rich broads that live down here, let me know. I'll help you find
Okay,
I'll find
yeah.
all the lunatics for you. It's a pleasure to have you both on. I know you have a lot of other stuff to do, so we'll let you
And I
go
love your podcast, me and my wife. I love that.
straight and to the point.
Yeah.
She is a therapist, and I am a radio host.
I
So
am.
together
This
it works
is
out
not
very
You're
well.
a therapist?
I am.
Oh.
This is not my normal thing, so I'm enjoying it. I love
that's
talking
so
to you
cool.
guys.
Oh, this is fun though, and I love that you guys are doing it together.
Yeah.
That's super
Thank
cool.
you.
It's awesome. Pleasure to meet you both.
It
Thank
was
you for coming
great to
by. Have a
meet you
great
all.
holiday.
Thank you so
Nice
much.
to meet you.
Tell your
Thank
brother-in-law hit
you.
me up if he needs anything.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah,
care.
Dan will take you to
Bye.
your next stop. What a nice time. That was great. Thank you very much. We're live at Winter
Oh.
Seltzerland. The Giudices ladies are here, and
I want to be best friends.
You missed your chance. You should have asked for a phone number.
Oh, I know.
She said she wanted to be best friends now. Thank you so much. Where'd Dan go?
I don't know.
All right, so we are out here live. We've got all the Cox Media Group people here. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Nice meeting you guys. And did you see I got the? I could have talked to them for another half hour. I got the high side. Look at that.
So it's
I mean,
it's
she's in phenomenal shape.
amazing.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
When they get out of hearing distance, I got questions
Gia's
for you.
eyes are mesmerizing.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh my god.
But you know, the husband was good looking too. Like
But you know what? He was
Talk
small.
about it, I can't hear you.
He was small too. I'm trying to be like
yeah, he's a
discreet.
little squatty body
he was
Italian.
a little.
fucker.
He was a little guy.
Yeah. You know that David Wells got in a fight in a diner in New York City one time,
Yeah.
and he called me up, and he said, "I go, who was he?" He goes, "I don't know, some little squatty body Italian motherfucker." And ever since then, anytime I think of any of those, I don't know. I gotta think when I talk sometimes because I'm over there like. Christmas Eve we do the guinea stuff, and Christmas Day we do
Yeah,
the Jews.
you're an
But
idiot.
Italians are very offended by the guinea, so I got to be careful. I'm not, so what do I know?
No, you kind of are because I accidentally said guinea tea once just because I didn't even know
Yep.
that was a bad word. I
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
always like growing up in Jersey,
But
like
that's what the
everybody said
Italians
that.
call it too. So
Right. But I said that, and you did get offended.
I didn't. Sometimes I fake being offended
You
just so
got
I
a
can prove my
little.
point.
You were a little sassy
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I
a
said
little
that,
sassy,
and then
maybe.
I felt guilty.
Well, I'm not mad at you anymore. I forgive you.
I go out of my way to not be offensive, which is interesting because I feel like you are very offensive.
Who can we talk to that's here? That we have? Is that Spike? You want to talk
Joe?
to Spike and Dizzy?
Oh, there's Dizzy.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Dizzy because
hey, get Dizzy for me.
me and Dizzy developed a Facebook relationship that
That's okay
you don't
because
know
me
about.
and Dizzy's girlfriend developed a Snapchat relationship. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Look at her. Look at her. Grab your
She's
headphones
adorable.
there, Dizzy. Ladies and gentlemen, just in time for Christmas, the #1 Puerto Rican elf.
What's up?
Dizzy.
Yeah.
Dizzy?
Did you say Puerto Rican?
Yeah. I knew you'd be more upset by me saying Puerter Rican than elf.
Yeah.
I knew that would make you mad.
You're right. I was like, oh, come on,
That's
pushing it.
You're
This is our
offensive.
friend Dizzy. We work together. Dizzy and I work together, and
And now I think we work together too now, right?
Yes.
'Cause
Amanda
we're-
was just saying you guys are like Facebook
We're
friends
Facebook
now.
friends now.
I slid in the DMs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talked a lot of hip hop with her.
Yeah.
It's
She
so
knows her
nice.
stuff.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen to this.
Oh,
Oh, I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah.
you
'Cause I was
know.
listening to that show.
Okay,
And I
so-
went back and I looked at the thing. I was like, oh.
Well,
they
let me
just-
tell the people first.
They don't know.
There's a podcast called Who Are These Podcasts where they go on. And so you remember Opie and Anthony?
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony had a great radio show, and they would do a thing in October called Jocktober. And they would make fun of mostly top 40 and adult contemporary morning shows around the country. Because Opie and Anthony were like banging girls with wiffle ball bats and doing
Yeah.
all sorts of weird stuff.
Oh
and
my God.
yeah, they
Monkey
were like,
radio or whatever. What did they call it?
what's that?
Did I say monkey radio? What's it called again?
I don't know, but I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I
Like
wouldn't say
prison-
that.
prison
Yeah.
radio?
Yeah. But whatever they were doing,
Porch
they,
something.
no. He's not on the show. So they would do like shocking stuff.
Yeah.
So then they would go around, they'd make fun of these shows, and one of the shows that they made fun of was Christy and Chad, who used to do mornings at Magic. I was dying. But the thing is, it's a little unfair because those shows are designed to go after a different audience. They're
Yeah.
designed to go after soccer moms. It's okay to make fun of them, but
Right.
there's a reason that they're doing it. So this, Who Are These Podcasts? They took the Jocktober thing and they are going after other podcasters. Mostly, I agree with them. Their assessment of this show, also I agree with. They were annoyingly accurate about the show. We'll get there. We'll get there. I heard they tore Hoppy apart, which is hilarious. to
Really?
me.
They went that far?
Yeah. But anyway, who are these podcasts? If you've ever come across this piece of audio, I just want you to know that I was I was honored that you guys made fun of us. Flattered,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just spit from there to there.
Disgusting.
I
saw
was
the range.
flattered that you mentioned us, even if it was not in a good light. I don't care. The fact that 8 episodes in, we're getting attention from other shows is good for me.
True.
I've made a living making fun of other people, so I got a thick skin. This one, not so much. Not that you offended her with the critique of the show.
Right.
We also think sometimes the show stinks. We're just kind of figuring it out.
Right.
But also, 8 episodes in, and we got ourselves a huge paying gig, so I think we're doing all right.
I just met Teresa Giudices.
Yeah, and you 3 nerds just sitting in a broken down Hooters in wherever you are in your basement.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to it. We're getting off base.
Right, yeah.
Okay, go.
So the thing though that you guys really struck a chord with is calling out Amanda because she was wearing a Wu-Tang shirt, and it really wasn't them as much as it was the comments. What does she know about Wu-Tang?
Right.
Let me tell you something. This bitch, and I use that in the rap term. This bitch knows Wu-Tang.
She does.
I
She
do.
knows 90s hip hop. She knows Wu-Tang, and I, as a gambler, would put her up against any of you guys.
Yeah, when you were talking about it, I know a lot of people on there are probably like, Mike's just bigging up his work. But when
Yeah.
we were talking, and it wasn't even about
Get right
Wu-Tang.
up on that mic so I can
This
hear you.
this is before this happened.
Yes.
We were talking like weeks ago or a
Yeah.
week ago.
Yeah,
And we were just talking random hip hop, and I was like, Amanda knows her stuff,
Yeah.
man. Like, I was like very impressed. I didn't want to tell you that. 'cause I
you.
didn't want to be rude, but I was like, damn, she knows her stuff. And then when I saw the video, because I went and watched it after we were
Right,
talking
right.
about it, and I saw you were wearing Wu-Tang, wearing Bone Thugs and Harmony, I was like, she got the classics.
That's
Yeah.
my thing. But I wear it because I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not like a poser.
You're not like the girls who wear like Kiss shirts now and know nothing about it.
Which
Right.
also
Know
I
they're
find
big
kind of hot, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, smoking hot young girl in a Nirvana shirt
Because
is
you're
very
a
good
rock
to me.
fan like that. Me, I hate posers though.
Yo, I don't
No.
care, but I don't. But to me, it's a fashion statement.
Yeah.
Like my daughter has a Nirvana shirt. She has no idea what she's wearing.
Okay, but I'm talking more like older adults.
Yeah,
Kids are okay.
but,
Because they
but
probably
she's
want
got
to
a Def Leppard shirt. I mean, she likes Def Leppard.
Yeah.
But you know, she does. She can name songs. She's
Yeah.
probably seen them in concert and all that. But I mean, I also when I am in the mall and I see a hot girl with a rock T-shirt on, I like that. I
Yeah. Okay, I got you there. Yeah, I agree with
I'm
that.
Like, that bitch knows what's up.
Yeah, she was talking about going and seeing Kendrick, and I was like, damn, and she likes Kendrick. And
Not
stuff
only is
like-
she talking about
I
going to see
love
Kendrick,
Kendrick.
I mean, we're talking about possibly spending thousands of dollars because I have only a couple of bands that I would pay to see.
Yeah.
I get most of my tickets for free. I paid to see Pearl Jam. I love Pearl Jam, but I'm specific. I need to be up close. I need
Yeah.
to be in the pit. I need to have a lot. So I'll pay for it. This one was like, I'm going to go see Kendrick, and I'm going to take Joey, and it's probably going to cost us $2,000.
It's worth it.
Because I have to go to New Jersey.
You'll never forget that.
No,
You know,
no,
obviously,
I
you know,
love
'cause
it.
you've been in radio. My first concert, I don't know about you, but my first concert was Cash Money Records and Rough Riders tour,
Oh.
and I was only like 12 when it came out.
That's good that you say that because
wow.
I'm worried about
Yeah.
Joey, my son, who's 18 now, but he's at Rolling Loud
He's
right
at
now.
Rolling
Yeah.
Loud,
And he was at Rolling Loud when he was 17, and he's going to see Dirty Pit Joe and
I know Dirty,
CDC and all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Dirty Pit Joe.
Like there's a lot of rappers that he'll go see in clubs at Wild's at all the time.
Yeah.
And thank God I got Orlando and Babs over there to keep an eye on him.
Just grew up with these guys in the game, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the best part about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but I mean, like, I'll call Orlando and be like, hey, my son's going to this club to see a show. Is he going to get killed? And he's like, no, I got him. He's okay.
Has he ever told you, like, nah, he can't go to that one?
Yeah.
Has he?
He told me I can't go to a couple of places.
Oh,
Oh,
you?
yeah,
okay,
that means
yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
this one's not for
No,
you, dog.
Joey slides in. He's good.
Yeah.
We're going to see Tyler in March. We
I'm
got
jealous of
tickets.
that. Yeah.
Me,
Mike,
Joey,
let me
and
go.
Juliana.
Get me a ticket too, bro.
Did you think I'm going to see Tyler, the Creator?
No.
I'll go as you, Mike Calta.
Oh,
It's
my
our
bad, my
anniversary
bad,
too.
my
It's
bad.
our wedding anniversary, and
And she's
instead
leaving me.
we're going to Tyler. And
And you're staying back in Chile.
Yeah.
he's okay.
Yeah. Have you
We're-
been to hip hop concerts?
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
I mean,
he
I
did
love,
go see Kendrick.
but I'm older. I love Jay-Z.
Okay.
And I've seen
Still?
Jay-Z.
We saw
yeah.
Jay-Z.
With everything going on?
Listen to me. I'm in on Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from me.
Yeah, I get
I don't want to know what he did. I'm not asking who he's
Yeah,
banging. I don't want to
That's
know.
true.
You're just focusing on the music.
Music,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to hate Kanye,
Yeah.
but I love him too much. His
Yes.
music.
I get that.
And you're a Jew.
Right. That's kind of what puts
That's
me over
important
the
in
edge.
this
Yeah.
conversation, yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to bring. Can we bring Spike in here too? Spike. Come over here.
So, little known fact. I don't know if you know this. Jay-Z, Big Pimpin'. My cousin's dancing on Jay-Z.
Oh, really?
Because it's filmed in
Stop.
Trinidad, a lot of it, and she's just on Jay-Z.
Oh.
Sorry, not my cousin, my aunt.
Yeah. Oh, even better.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
hotter.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What
hold
are you
on.
doing?
Oh my goodness.
Spike's making his way in here. This is
Oh my God, there's a
world
lot of
famous
wires.
Spike on the mic. You look very nice, Spike.
Yes, I love the teal.
You're sitting right on the microphone. Jesus Christ.
I'm
you would think
helping.
the guy doesn't do this every day.
This
All
is
right.
going to be a tough one. You got to go under and around.
I got a question here that I think Ian and I have talked about before, but I want to get your opinion. We're talking about hip hop music.
Yes.
And Dizzy asked me. Well, no. This is more.
Uh-oh.
Man,
more,
more about me.
more
than
race related than anything
Oh,
else.
okay. I like that.
If I am listening to Jay-Z and I am singing the lyrics and the N-word comes up, am I allowed to sing the N-word?
No.
Why?
Not
It's
even
in the
a,
song.
Not even a little
What
bit.
did Wu-Tang
What if I'm
teach
alone
us?
in the car?
What do we say? Ninja.
Neighbor?
Let
Oh,
me
ninja.
explain. Let me explain why. I can call my mama ugly, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like I can say the word, but you can't. It's just a fact of life.
And his
But then-
mama is ugly. I'm just kidding.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Why doesn't it work that way with fat?
fat?
Why are other people allowed to call me fat?
Or short, me short.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to.
That's a good
They're
point.
not supposed to.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you because you didn't go through the struggle of the people of my color. You just born that way.
Our
I
color,
venture-
I'm not Puerto Rican.
I
He calls
venture to
me
say.
Jew.
Oh my
I feel like-
damn.
She is.
My people also struggled, right? I don't think you should be allowed to say that.
I venture to say that my struggle was equivalent with most of Jay-Z's.
What?
Explain.
Wait.
No.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Hey, yo.
No. My struggle of being poor and growing up in the streets and having to do bad things for money.
Selling crack, I get it.
I didn't sell crack, but I did deliver weed, and I did work for mobsters.
That's like,
Listen, you
Diet crack.
brought me here. You know I'm gonna say stuff that's wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody has that story. Every NFL player, every tennis player, everybody says they go back and do a story, show them where they grew up poor,
Right.
yada yada yada.
Right.
We like to party. That's not a what do you call it, a tearjerker. It's not a feel good story.
No.
I'm sorry, it is a feel
It
good
is a
story, but it's
feel-good.
something everybody does it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
Everybody's
say
doing
everybody. I know a bunch
he
of rich
doesn't get a
kids.
pass.
Yeah,
No. But I'm not. Here's the thing. If I was listening to Public Enemy the other day. I like old school Public Enemy. And if the lyrics come up and I'm singing it, what am I supposed to do?
I say if you're alone, do a little peek around the corner. Say it.
Say it, right?
I say go for it.
I mean,
In the car.
sometimes
In the car.
sometimes
By
I,
yourself.
Windows up.
I hit it really hard. Sometimes I emphasize it.
Let's do this, Amanda. Do you say it?
I say ninja.
So you.
That's
so
if you listen
why,
to
why do
Queen,
you do it? Because
because it's not for me to say.
Mike,
Listen to
learn.
me. When you're reading poetry, and you're quoting a poet, he wants you to read those lines the way he wrote them.
He wants
No,
you
they
to
don't.
feel them.
They don't want you to say it.
What do you know?
No,
Like, you got a
I kinda
connection to
agree.
all the rappers.
Do you remember what happened at Jay-Z?
Yes, do you?
Yes.
So we're leaving Jay-Z, and Pete's coming behind me. Pete, white, but a little Mexican. And as we're walking up the stairs, these two older black ladies stop Pete, and they're talking to him, and I go, what could that be about? So they're talking, they're having a conversation. Pete like said goodbye to them, and they walked up. I go, what was that all about? He goes, they stopped me, and they said, when you're singing the lyrics, the N-word comes up. Do you say it? Pete goes, Pete's exact line was, of course I do, baby. I'm from the Shy. And that was acceptable. They went, okay.
Very right. You get a pass.
Yeah.
That's almost like Eminem. We'll give him a pass.
Why?
Why does he get a pass?
Yeah, why does he get a pass? I'm turning on you two here.
He's Green Mile, Detroit, the hard part.
Staten Island, 10306. I'm two digits away from Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, but you ain't Eminem.
No.
That's
I don't know. I've never
Sorry,
heard.
sorry.
You might have bars.
I'm gonna say, Dizzy, you gave this man a get out of jail free card,
passes.
Yeah, I'll never use
and
it.
he even know he
Is
said,
that
you know
what?
about that?
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be afraid to use it
Why?
Yeah, don't use my name when you
Ooh.
cash
No, I'm
it
saying,
in.
well, let's let the man answer. Why would you be afraid to use it?
because I don't know what authority Dizzy has to allow that.
That's true. He's not even full.
Good
Right?
answer.
He's not
good
even
answer.
full.
Yeah.
He's only
Yeah,
shades.
yeah.
He's
Really,
only
really.
shades.
That's only half say the word.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Nick,
yeah.
stop.
You want to know my story with that one time? I'm gonna have to say it though. I won't say it.
No,
I went to play
we're gonna
paintball
get canceled.
with me, Pete, and a couple of my other friends, and it was an indoor paintball place, and we were playing against Warren Sapp and his friends from Miami, and we were sitting on the couch, and he was N-word this, N-word that, N-word this, and it was just flowing around the air. And Sapp goes, "How are we gonna make up the teams?" And I go, "Oh, blacks versus whites." And he goes, "Deal, let's do it." So he stands up, he goes, "All right, punk ass N-words, let's go." And they walked in, and I stood up and looked at my team, and I go, "All right, punk ass N-words, let's go." And Sapp looked at me and goes, "You're getting too comfortable."
Yeah, and you see, it's listen. When we were raised, we grew up knowing that this is ours.
Yeah.
You guys don't try to take it from us. Y'all trying to make it so
I mean,
comfortable
I'll
to say.
venture to say we gave it to you. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. They're the originators.
Yeah, you can
Fantastic.
have it now. You can have it.
It's yours now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
didn't
we
come
did.
up with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who came up with it, but if I had a gamble, if I had a bet, you know what I'm saying?
All right, well,
I
listen.
don't, I don't
tell
want
you-
it.
You
I
don't
don't
want
want it at all.
You know what? I will tell you the truth is that both my kids would never. And if I'm rapping a song or if it comes up like that, they're very uncomfortable. Yeah.
I will
don't
admit
think
that
you-
is true. I've tested Joey. I go, what's
Yeah.
up?
There's a song.
Say it back. I'm like,
So Kanye and Jay-Z
Yeah.
have
in
in
Paris.
Paris.
Yep.
And if you say to Siri or Alexa, "People in Paris," play "People in Paris,"
You'll play it?
they play it, and that's what Joey does.
Try that when I
Joey
get
says,
home.
Really?
"Play People in Paris."
I actually asked it to play the N-word in Paris
Yeah.
the other day because I wanted to see what it does. I was by myself. And I hit my car and I go, "Hey Google, play N-word in Paris by Said the Word."
Yeah.
On Spotify. I was alone, and it came back and it said, "Now playing Beep in Paris by Jay-Z and
And then
Kanye
it
West."
slapped him in the face.
Yeah.
And it said, and we recorded that.
Yeah.
Bitch.
And you're canceled.
I'll give you a pass because you sound black.
You do
I do?
sound black.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
sound black.
In what aspect?
It's bassy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have bass in your voice, but you can
DJ.
pass.
That guy.
That's the guy to ask. Give him the
Yeah.
Give him one of your headphones.
You
real
can
quick.
have mine.
This is
He
great.
just came to kill you.
Yeah.
Hey, you sitting on me, dog. You sitting
Oh,
on me.
I got a question for you. I'm sure you've heard
Because
this.
he got squished.
We're stepping all over
Why
the
is
man.
Spike leaving?
I don't know.
I don't know,
We
but
had no
don't trip.
Spike.
Okay.
It's great that we didn't have to force him out.
What's happening?
This is my wife, Amanda. This is the
Amanda, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Amanda is huge into 90s hip hop.
I am.
Loves Wu-Tang. I grew up, I was just telling them, I grew up 10306, they're 10308. We were right next to each other, and I don't know nothing about Wu-Tang. But I love Jay-Z,
okay.
and I love some other stuff. And what is if I'm in the car and I'm rapping a Jay-Z song and the N-word comes up, what's the rule?
If you by yourself,
Yeah.
whatever.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter how
You know
hard
what?
I say it.
But you know what? You really shouldn't, man. But come on,
But
man.
I feel like a poet wrote those words, and he
You're
wanted
right.
it to be read that way. Now,
Look, man, if you in the car by yourself, cool. But if I'm riding with you,
no.
He wouldn't dare.
I wouldn't dare. Even if it was Disney, I wouldn't dare
Yeah,
do
I would
it.
turn down that. Come
And
on,
Disney's
guys.
only a shade.
I've grown, I've matured, but I've had some bad experiences like that, man.
Have you really?
Yeah, like been in the club. Somebody, what up? Then it's on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm growing.
If people say it in a more of a what's up fashion,
It's a horrible word. Nobody should say it.
right.
It's there.
But
it
you got to
exists,
admit, it, the rap community is what made it.
But it's apples and oranges, brother. That doesn't
Yeah.
make it right.
No,
but-
it's not
but,
right.
you know,
I'm only talking about it in the
I
music
believe you
sense.
got me on the podcast.
Yeah.
talking about the N-word.
No, this is good. This is good. This
Would
is
you
good.
agree that he should stop calling me Jew?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the N-word.
What? I think he hasn't, but he might.
Hey, what's
About
for
to
dinner,
walk
N-word?
Only when I have to, only so I can finish.
Hey.
No,
Oh my God.
I was explaining to them. N-word, we're not worried about. My kids, it's not even in their vocabulary. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But she is Jewish.
Okay.
So like I refer to
But
her
it's the
family
same-
as the Jews.
But-
Like on Christmas, the
But
Jews
that's
come
for
over for
us
Christmas.
to say, right? That's
You related
my,
to the
that's
to
my
the president-elect
You,
man.
that's your N-word. I'm not mad at that. I get that.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's a big difference if I say
All the J's.
if I say that my family's coming over on Christmas Eve, and the Jews are coming on Christmas.
Right.
We know that there's a huge difference between what's going down on Friday and what's going down on Saturday.
Say word.
Thank you.
I-
Okay, so it's not an insult.
Or if my game.
Yeah. Not too many. My dad will get very nervous. You know that Simeon Rice who used to play for the Bucks?
Yeah.
I used to do a player show with him.
Uh-huh.
And I used to, my dad, I don't think he'd ever even been on the radio with me before. And Simeon, I said, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? And he goes, I don't have plans. I go, oh. And he goes, you invite me to your house? I go, let me just ask my dad first. Let me just I got
It's
you,
like
Joe.
it's not that type of party.
Yeah, like, let me just make sure it's okay. And he goes, I got you. And then I told Simeon after, I was 100% kidding. But then I kept doing it. And my dad grabbed me one day and he was like, you are going to make everybody think I'm racist. I will tell you, not only dad not racist.
He is not at all.
My dad worked at Rikers Island for 20 years.
Wow.
And the worst prison, one of the worst prisons in the country. And my dad was calling me homie when I was like 5. No
Your
kidding.
dad was
Because he
deaf.
picked up that vernacular from being in the, and we didn't know. And my father would go, what up, homie? You don't know me? And I go, what are you talking about? But when I started hearing it come up in the rap community and Homeboy and all that stuff, I'm like, you guys know my dad.
Did he teach you catching feelings?
He didn't. I said catching feelings, and now she's making me feel like I dated myself.
Like what?
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Y'all
Anyway,
are the
Second.
coolest, man. I'm so glad to meet you.
what do you do for the holidays? What do you do?
I'm going to go home to Atlanta and check on my mom, man.
We were just in Georgia. We went up to Blue Ridge Mountains for.
That's not Atlanta.
No. That is
We drove through Atlanta. It was a lot of traffic.
the place that we went to. On the way up to our cabin, had an 8-foot wooden carving of Donald Trump out front.
See,
you don't want to do that.
I don't leave out of Fulton County.
Yeah.
But then again, we got Stone Mountain. You
Yeah.
know what that is? You know the history behind that, right?
Yeah, of course. Hey, Google Stone Mountain real quick. How do you like being here in Tampa?
I love Tampa, man.
Yeah.
Tampa's been really good to us. The station is, it's over. It's beating my expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Did you think when the station started that she'd be your target audience?
Well, yes.
You did?
R&B.
Old Jews.
I don't know how old you are. You don't look that old, but
Oh,
I mean,
she's old.
R&B
Thank
is a
you.
very popular genre. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's-
saying? Hip hop. We play melodic hip hop. We don't
Yeah.
play the. Hip hop is garbage now, in my opinion. The
Wow.
messages are horrible.
Yeah.
We play the stuff that you and I
Agree.
came up
No,
with.
I'll hear some
Busy.
Mary J every once in a while or something.
Word.
Like that. I'll be like, okay, I know what's going on here. Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, look, I'm not that.
You
out
don't
of
like
touch.
any rap.
No, I do. Look, I'm
He
old,
likes
but
the
I'm old
Beastie
school.
Boys.
That's
But I like
the
Public
Beastie
Enemy.
Boys are really Run DMC.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I like Run DMC. I like Public Enemy. I like that's my group.
Mm-hmm.
When I got into radio, we were playing Bone Thugs and Harmony. Then we played Snoop and we played Dre, and I could sing those lyrics when it goes
It's
on.
warm in here.
Yeah.
It's hot.
This is not fat guy friendly weather in this place. I will tell you that.
I'm stuck to my sequins.
Yeah. So but we get along. But when we're in the car, we have to
It's
settle
tough.
on something completely different.
Well, they got the what is that new Infinity now where you can change the speakers.
Yeah,
in your,
for the
in your
different
head?
seats.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need
That
that.
would be great.
He gets angry. He gets like very frustrated.
Who's driving?
It's usually
All the
him
time.
driving.
And that's the DJ.
But listen to me. We drove 9 hours to Georgia, and I had me and Amanda in the front seat, the Jews in the middle seat and the kids in the back seat.
Stop, man. You making me uncomfortable.
I had to take into consideration all of the people in the car. So we
Scoot
were
over, man. We're taking a picture at the same time. Oh, come on. This is the staff picture.
Yeah. Oh.
I want to be in it this year, so I can say I was here.
Should we stop doing this, or should we just keep doing it?
No, I
We're
said
supposed to keep talking.
All right, let's keep doing it. Yeah, so we listened to a lot of different stuff on the way. We settled on 80s, even though she wasn't really around in the 80s. But we settled on 80s music on the way. I'm just saying, you're an 80s, like you're born, but you don't know the music.
I'm
like
late
I know
70s.
You don't love Huey
80s
Lewis.
everything or 80s R&B?
It's mostly 80s hits, like Madonna and that kind of stuff. Huey Lewis.
Madonna went to Michigan. She's all right with me.
Oh, all right, there you go.
Not at the same time.
Also, Madonna loved the black guys before that was cool to do. She was banging black dudes before it was cool. Yeah, Tupac, a lot of basketball player with Dennis Rodman.
Tupac's driver.
Yeah. Who?
I don't know.
Probably, you're probably right. Yeah.
Should be saying
Tupac drove himself, man.
So you don't even pay attention to hip hop now?
I do somewhat.
It's trash now.
My 18-year-old half-Jew son is at Rolling Loud right now.
Really?
Yeah,
Who's
second
at
year.
Rolling Loud this year? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
Do you know?
No.
Little Dirk, Fat Nick.
I don't like Lil
For real, that's a real we talked about on the other day.
right?
Yeah,
I do know Lil Durk.
Nick. I don't really know if Little Dirk's there. I'm just spitting off names that I've heard him talk about before. But we looked it up online, and Fat Nick was there, and we couldn't believe that was a real thing.
I feel like Travis Scott is there again.
Travis Scott is dope. I like Travis Scott.
I like Travis Scott
But
too.
Travis Scott does. What's the deal when he does his song like 4 times in a row?
I can't
That's
explain
just
that.
Fiend.
I know, but I don't. If I'm in the crowd and I love Pearl Jam, and they're like, "We're gonna do Even Flow for the 6th time," I go, "No one."
Do that though.
No.
That was like a thing.
No, like music, like
Prince.
Oh yeah, who doesn't love Prince?
Gotta love Prince, man. Gotta
Yeah.
love Prince. And Prince was so cool, man.
Yeah.
Prince will walk
And
up
my
to you, your height, wearing a skirt, and pull your woman in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
This is if Prince looked at a woman and said, "Your name is Carmen Electra," and she said, "Okay." He just changed that bitch's name. He just looked at her and changed her name. You can't. And I met him one time. Shook
Wow.
his hand. So I went to the
That's
Billboard
amazing.
Radio Awards in Orlando or Arizona, one of those places, and they had Clive Davis had Prince come out as a surprise guest and close out the show.
Wow.
And I was blown away. And then at the end, I was walking around, and Prince came through a curtain, and I happened to be standing there, and I just went, "Oh, it's so nice." And he shook my hand. He was like, "Nice to meet you, too."
what's
And then
happening?
He goes, I go, "It's so nice to meet you." He goes, "Nice to meet you." And then I let him go. I just said, I'm not going to push it any further. Me and Prince will
amazing.
not be best friends at the end of the day.
Did you see him live?
I have never met Prince. I have never seen him live. I got into a show, snuck into a show in Atlanta afterwards, and he jumped down in the front row and was selling CDs. I was in the back.
For real.
That's
great.
You know, what was the big guy with the white hair, the bodyguard he had for years?
Yeah,
He was
chick.
standing there in front of him,
Yeah.
and he was taking the notes, and he was selling CDs out the front row.
You want to know what I was like as a teenager? So when Purple Rain came out, I had to be like 12, 13. I had nothing but Prince posters on my wall. And not even the cool ones.
On the
Like
bike.
when he had on the bike, I had the
I had
big
that
movie
one.
poster, but then I'd have to like cut him out of magazines and stuff. I loved Prince. And then my mother made me take them all down because she took us to some weird church that made us think Prince was the devil.
My grandfather was a preacher. He raised me, and my Prince poster had to come down.
Yeah.
I did meet Morris Day. at
Oh,
the
you
time.
did? That's
Yes.
good.
I've met several members of the time a few times.
Really?
Now I'll tell you my Morris Day story.
Yeah.
I was doing traffic on a station in Atlanta, but it was a competitor to the station that was doing. Remember Tom Joyner used to do the Sky shows?
Yeah.
So he's Morris Day and the timer there, and I sneak backstage. I borrow Fred's pass. I go backstage, and I'm like, "Hey man," now I got on like a t-shirt and jeans. It's the '90s. I've stopped wearing suits and ties and
Right.
stuff like I did in high school.
Yeah.
So I walk out and say, "Hey man, I love you, man. I used to dress like you guys. I had pairs of Stacey Adams." Da, da, da. He looks at Jerome and says, "Oh yeah? Well, what happened?"
Every once in a while, a good insult is a great story.
Yes.
You take that with you
Yes.
forever, yeah. Well, look, I think we're wrapping up here, man. We've been doing this for about an hour. We are live at Winter Seltzerland at the Mahaffey Theater in downtown St. Petersburg. We had Carisha Giudices. Really, can I be honest with you? I thought she'd be bitchy, and she was not bitchy at all.
No,
She
the
was super
opposite.
nice.
Hey, she's finer in person. I'm just saying.
Right?
I didn't think she was gonna be all that, but she bad.
Let me ask you
She
a question
looks
now that
really
she's gone.
good.
what is she like? I looked at her face and I was looking for like abnormalities, like over too much, but she didn't have any. Like she looked really
no,
good.
surprisingly, she looks very natural, very good, and
I like it.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah, I like it.
But
I like it.
I love you guys, man. Thank you for having me,
If
bro.
you need us to fill in on the vibe, we're there for you.
I want you to come play Black Card Cancel with me 5 o'clock one day.
Oh,
What is
that's
that?
Fun.
Yeah, bro, for you guys, you'd be great because
Okay.
you actually know some hood.
yeah.
I feel like you're underestimating my knowledge of what is it
But
called?
all right, I call it Black Card Cancel. There are 3 black culture questions. We played it with Dizzy.
I won, obviously.
He won.
Yeah.
He did well.
And you can get canceled at the end of it.
Yeah, if you lose, I'll take your black card on the spot.
Oh, I'm
But you
in.
don't have nothing to lose, right?
But also, see, listen. The other thing is, when this company hired me, this company used to be run by a bunch of pussies, and then I eventually got them all fired. They all got weeded out.
My pastor calling me right now. Like,
No,
Jew?
tell him, are you sitting with a Jew right now?
Oh my God!
No, I'm
Stop
kidding. It
it.
wasn't me. It was the pastor.
We need a Jew counter for
So-
the way you say it.
So listen,
insane.
this company was run by a bunch of sensitive guys, and I don't even know where I was going. Oh, they would make me play music. I had to play 8 songs an hour when I first started. I'm like, nobody wants to hear this shit. So everybody can go listen to AC/DC whenever they want. So
this was on the bone?
yeah.
Wow.
So they didn't think that the dumb douchebag that used to run the company happened to live here. So he would hear it and he goes, I don't know if they could fill 4 hours of time. I was like, shut the fuck up. So anyway, they didn't count on women listening to the show, and they didn't count on black people listening to the show.
Say word.
And we had them both. We, as a joke, used to count black guys that would call the show. And get this, I want to say it, but then I got to tell you why. We had N1 through N13, but the N was for new. It was for a new listener. Everybody's like, that's right. I go, what is? Oh, I get what you're saying. We weren't saying that. We were saying new.
Yeah, I see how that went.
Right, but we still got them. Like they still call the show and they still listen and the group. And then the best compliment you can get on that station is when an older black woman calls in. There's no way she should be listening to that show. And when she does, I'm like, that's such a compliment.
I'm going to tell you a secret.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call his name, but you witnessed this. My pastor said he listened to the bone.
That's true. Yeah, he came in and said, what's up? Yeah.
I love it.
He
Every
didn't
once in a
say he
while.
agree with it, disclaimer, but he listened
yeah.
All right.
Like, I don't always agree with
to it.
it.
Well, they funny.
Yeah. That's, like it. That's funny. I filled in on a hip hop station one time when I was in between jobs, and one of the best compliments I ever got was this girl called the show and she goes, "I don't know who that white boy is, but he's funny." And that was one of the best things
I got an idea for us, but I can't say it on air because it'll blow it.
I'm in.
I got an
I'm
idea.
already in.
All right.
Yeah, I know where it's going, and I'm in. All right.
He's so excited.
I feel like I'm gonna get canceled out of it, but you'll be okay.
No, it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
All right,
dope.
let's wrap this up. I hope you guys have the best Christmas, the best holiday, whatever everybody celebrates. We'll be back.
Even the Jews.
Even the Jews. I mean, it was you guys' fault the whole thing.
guys are hilarious.
Anyway,
my.
this is the Me and My Wife podcast. You can find us usually every Monday around noonish. We go live, and then you can watch it on the internet on YouTube. You can go to calca.tv and find it. I hope you guys have a great holiday. We'll catch you next week. Good shalom.
Happy holidays.
Peace.